Today we are going to discuss about a overview on standard distribution or a revision on standard distributions. Okay. The previous class we have discussed about moments and different types of moment generating function and their difference Now in today's class we are going to discuss about standard distributions. Standard distributions. In standard distributions, what is meant by standard distribution? Standard distribution is a generalized distributions in those distributions both continuous and discrete distributions are exist based on the nature of the distribution. We categorize it into different types and different forms of a distribution. Different forms of a distribution. You all know about there are two types of distributions. First one is discrete distribution. And the second one is continuous distribution. We all know that the discrete distributions are independent distributions. Discrete distributions are of independent distributions. In continuous distributions, there are three types. One is uniform distribution, second one is exponential distribution, and the last one is Gaussian distribution or normal distribution. In discrete distributions, there are two types. First one is binomial distribution. The second one is Poisson distribution. Binomial distribution. And second one is the Poisson distribution. The binomial distribution exists where there are only two outcomes. Like success or failure, head or tail, pass or fail, like this. That means for binomial distributions, it is only two outcomes are exist, and also the number of trials of a distribution are limited, and the next one is all these trials are independent trials. Suppose if we take the example of tossing of a coin, for that we have only two outcomes, head or tail, right? Head or tail. If we repeat it n times, n trials. What is meant by trial? Trial is a performance of an experiment for one time is called a trail. These trails are very limited, and all these trails are of independent trails. That means the outcome of a tossing of a coin in single trail is does now no way related or no way dependent on the outcome of tossing of a coin in second trail, right? These are the basic conditions of these are the basic conditions of the binomial distribution. Because why it is called a discrete distribution means these are these are independent trails. Like means first trail, second trail, third trail, and nth trail. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all discrete in nature. That's why we call it as discrete distribution. We call it as discrete distribution. The second one is Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution is the extension version of the binomial distribution. The major difference is the major difference for binomial and Poisson distribution is, for binomial distribution we take only limited number of trails. That means n is finite for binomial distribution. Whereas in Poisson distribution, the n value is very large. That means up to infinity we can take for Poisson distribution. For Poisson distribution. That's why both these distributions are interrelated, and these are all of discrete in nature. Discrete in nature. Okay, already we have discussed all the distributions clearly. Now the major part of the distributions are we have to remember the distribution function and the mean value and the variance value for all of these distributions. For continuous distributions, we will remember the density function for the distribution. And also mean and variance of that particular distribution. In previous papers, out of 4 sets, minimum 2 to 3 sets is discussed or asked about these distributions. Now we are going in detail about these distributions. Okay, the first one is binomial distribution. The binomial distribution. binomial distribution. Here the binomial distribution I already told you dependent on only two outcomes, occurrence of or non-occurrence, or success or failure, or success or failure. Okay. Now this you have to remember. The probability distribution function is of an binomial distribution is given by P of x equal to ncx into p power x into q power n minus x, where x is equal to 0 to n, where x is equal to 0 to n. Here n is the number of trials, and x denotes the number of success, or p is the probability of the success, and q is the probability of failure, right? Q is the probability of failure. N, X, P, Q. N is total number of trials. N is total number of trials, which is from 0 to N. N is the total number of trials. X is the number of success. The number of success. The equation for this is P of x is equal to ncx into p power x, ncx into p power x into q power n minus x, q power n minus x, right? Where n and p are parameters, q is equal to 1 minus p. Q is equal to 1 minus p. Why? Because where p is the probability of success, then q is equal to, suppose if we take example of tossing of a coin, what is the value of p? What is the value of p? Anyone? Please respond. What is the value of p for tossing of a coin? What is the value of p for tossing of a coin? A7.
1 by 2, sir.
Now what is the value? P is equal to 1 by 2. That's a q is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. This is also
1 by 2.
Okay, right. Current pair parameter. Now we have to derive the formulas for mean and variance of that particular distribution. Mean and variance of particular distribution. All of you, please listen carefully. Here is the derivation. For deriving the mean and variance values. This is also asked in previous papers in one of the sets. Explain about mean and variance of the binomial distribution or binomial density function, right? Here we are taking sigma here. Why we are taking sigma here? Anyone? Why we are taking sigma here? Number
Discrete distribution, sir.
Because it is a discrete distribution, right? Very good. Because it is a discrete distribution, we are taking summation here. For continuous distribution, we are taking integral instead of summation. Remaining formula is as it is. Okay. Summation of x into x into some p of x is equal to x suffix a, where p of x is the probability distribution function, where p of x is the probability distribution function. You have to substitute the value of this ncx into p power x into q power n minus x, q power n minus x, right? That's why we are taking x is equal to 0 to n here as the limits for the say summation 0 to n. Now this becomes x is equal to 0 to n, 0 to n x into some p of x. P of x is equal to ncx into p power x into q power n minus x. X into ncx into p power x into q power n minus x, right? Right? If we going in detail about this derivation, x into what is the formula for ncx? What is the formula for ncx? ncx equal to n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial, right? N factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial into p power x into q power n minus x. P power x into q power n minus x. Now the next step is to expand this n factorial, which becomes n into n minus 1 factorial, n into n minus 1 factorial, n into n minus 1 factorial, and also we can expand this x factorial as x into x minus 1 factorial, x into x minus 1 factorial, and also n minus x factorial is as it is. N minus x factorial is as it is, that is p power x into q power n minus x, right? Here x and x in numerator and denominator both are cancelled. Here we are taking n as common. Here, and we will write p power x as p into p power x minus 1, right? We write p of x as p into p power x minus 1, p into p power x minus 1, right? So taking p as common. Now here the limits x is equal to 0 to n becomes x is equal to 1 to n. X is equal to 1 to n. X is equal to 1 to n, right? Then the whole equation becomes n minus 1 factorial by x minus 1 factorial into n minus x factorial. N minus x factorial to p power x minus 1 into q power n minus x. Q power n minus x. Okay. Now coming to this equation, x is equal to 1 to n. We are writing here as n factorial. That means n minus 1 factorial by x minus 1 factorial into n minus x factorial, which is n minus 1 c x minus 1 into p power x minus 1 to q power n minus x. Q power n minus x. The value of this is 1. The value of this is 1. Now p of x becomes n into p. N into p. P of x is equal to n into p. N into p, right? Now the variance. The formula for variance is e of x square minus e of x whole square, right? Already we found the value of e of x here. We have to find the e of x square. The formula for e of x square is equal to x square into some p of x. X square into some p of x, right? X square into some p of x. Now, if we derive this and expand this equation, to find E of x square value, find the E of x square value. Okay. Now, variance of x equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. Then it becomes n into p into q. It becomes npq. Okay. Variance equal to npq. Mean equal to n into p. Mean equal to n into p. Mean equal to n into p. Next one is Poisson distribution. Next one is Poisson distribution. For Poisson distribution, the probability distribution function is p of x equal to e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. E power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. Okay. For x is equal to 0 to n is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay. Now summation of x is equal to 0 to n is equal to 1. The value is equal to 1. If you expand this equation from x is equal to 0 to n, the total value is always becomes 1 because the probability of an experiment in the probability of experiment in the prescribable limits, that means 0 to n is always 1. That's why we are taking 1 as here. Here we are taking 1 here. Okay. That's why we are taking here. The value is total value is equal to 1. Okay. The same procedure will applicable for remaining distributions also. The same procedure will applicable for remaining distributions also. Now that is Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution. E power minus lambda p of x is equal to e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. X factorial. So x is equal to 0 to n is equal to 0 otherwise. So is the mean value. Now we have to find the mean value. It is also similar to binomial distribution. Similar to binomial distribution, which is x into some p of x. X into some p of x. P of x equal to e power minus lambda into lambda power x factorial. Right? If we solve this equation, we will get e power x is equal to lambda. E power x is equal to lambda. Right? E power x value is equal to lambda here. Now the variance value. Variance is also in a similar way. First we have to find the e of x square value. Then we will subtract e of x square minus e of x whole square, right? E of x square minus e of x whole square. E of x square minus e of x whole square, right? Now we will get the value as lambda here. Variance is equal to lambda, mean equal to lambda. Variance equal to lambda, mean equal to lambda, right? These both are comes under discrete distribution. Discrete distribution. Now, any doubts, please ask right now about discrete distribution. Definitely, in semester exams, we will ask about these distributions. ఇలా ఐడియా కూర్చుంటే ఉపయోగం లేదమ్మా. ఆల్రెడీ సెకండ్ టైం మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం దీని గురించి. ఇవన్నీ కూడా బేసిక్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ మీకు తెలిసినవే. అందుకే ప్రీవియస్ పేపర్స్ కూడా చూపిస్తున్నాను మీకు. అసలు ఎలా అడుగుతున్నాడు అంటే తెలియాలి కదా. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ కంటిన్యూస్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్. In continuous distribution, the first one is uniform distribution. Uniform distribution or rectangular distribution. Uniform distribution or rectangular distribution. The rectangular distribution is always like this. It is of a rectangular shape. Of rectangular shape. From this is A, this is B, this is random variable X, which is f of X. This is f of X. The value, the amplitude value of the rectangular shape is 1 by B minus A. 1 by B minus A here. Okay. 1 by B minus A here. This is the model of our uniform distribution. The derivation for continuous distributions are easy compared to discrete distribution because this is only an integration. You are all aware of this integration very well. Now f of X equal to 1 by B minus A for A less than X less than B. Equal to 0 otherwise. Equal to 0 otherwise. Now the mean value of uniform distribution is mean value of uniform distribution. G of X equal to integral minus infinity to infinity X into f of X dx. X into f of X dx is the basic formula for expectation or mean value Now the limits for the density function is A less than X less than B. That means A to B. It means integral A to B X into f of X equal to 1 by B minus A, right? 1 by B minus A into dx. 1 by B minus A into dx. Now we have to take 1 by B minus as common. 1 by B minus is common. Then X becomes X square by 2. To integrate X, we will get X square by 2. The limits A to B. If we integrate this, we will get the mean value A of X as B plus A by 2 or A plus B by 2. Next one is the variance. Next one is the variance of uniform distribution. Variance. It is E of X square. You have to find the E of X square. The formula for E of X square is equal to X square into sum of X, right? Then we will find the E of X square value. Find the variance of X equal to E of X square minus E of X whole square. If we solve this, we will get the uniform distribution value as A minus B whole square by 12. A minus B whole square by 12. Okay. This is about uniform distribution. Okay. I will ask a question. If the students who are following the distributions and remaining previous topics, they can easily answer it. This is very useful for your examination also. If I ask what is the moment generating function for uniform distribution, if I ask you about what is the moment generating function for uniform distribution. Then how will you find that moment generating function for uniform distribution? Tell me. What is the formula for finding the moment generating function for uniform distribution? Anyone please respond. If the question is what is the moment generating function for uniform distribution, then what is the formula for it? Anybody? Why not? Chapam. What is the moment generating function for uniform distribution? అడిగితే ఏం చెప్తారు? Anyone? A7. A7.
Sir,
చెప్పమ్మా. What is the moment generating function for uniform distribution?
minus integral minus infinity to infinity e power tx 1 by 2 dx.
ఉందా కరెక్ట్ చెప్పండి.
Integral
ఇంటిగ్రల్ అమ్మా
integral a to b
ఇంటిగ్రల్ A to B
e power tx
e power tx
into 1 minus b by a
1 by b minus a
dx
1 by b minus a dx. Okay,
dx.
right. Okay, right. Very good. ఏం లేదమ్మా మూమెంట్ జనరేటివ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఫర్ దేనికి అడిగినా సరే అసలు మూమెంట్ జనరేటివ్ ఫంక్షన్ అడగగానే మూమెంట్ జనరేటివ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఫార్ములా రాయండి. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్ములా ఫర్ మూమెంట్ జనరేటివ్ ఫంక్షన్? Expectation of e power tx is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity e power tx into f of x dx, right? Expectation of e power tx equal to integral minus infinity to infinity e power tx into f of x dx, right? Now we have to find the moment generative function for uniform distribution. What is the f of x for uniform distribution? Uniform distribution, that is 1 by b minus a, right? In place of f of x, we will replace 1 by b minus a, and the limits are the limits of f of x. The limits of f of x are a to b, right? Then the formula becomes integral a to b e power tx into 1 by b minus a dx. That's it. For any distribution, if you ask about the moment generative function, now what is the moment generative function for Poisson distribution? What is the moment generative function for Poisson distribution? Anyone? This is also like this Poisson distribution, right? Poisson is a discrete distribution. That's why we are taking here summation of e power tx into some p of x. Summation of e power tx into some p of x, right? For Poisson distribution, p of x value is e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factor. You can solve this right. You can solve this using this formula, right? These are simple formulas. If you observe this closely, you can easily solve any problem. Right? Next one is exponential distribution. Exponential distribution also is one of the continuous distribution. You all are aware of exponential function, right? Exponential increasing, exponential decreasing, right? This is an exponential function. These are comes in signals and stems. Okay, signals and stems. We will learn all these things. Now there is a simple formula: integral minus infinity to infinity x and f of x. In place of f of x, we replace lambda and e power minus lambda x, and also in the place of limits we are taking integral 0 to infinity. Limits we are taking integral 0 to infinity. Okay, integral 0 to infinity. If we solve this, we will get 1 by lambda. We will get 1 by lambda as mean value. 1 by lambda is mean value. And the variance value is 1 by lambda square. And the variance is 1 by lambda square. Variance is 1 by lambda square, right? This is about exponential distribution. Exponential distribution. And the last one is Gaussian or normal distribution. Gaussian or normal distribution. Gaussian distribution or normal distribution. This is f of x value for Gaussian distribution. For this, mean value is mu and variance is sigma square. And variance is sigma square. Okay, variance is sigma square. This is the curve for normal distribution. This is the curve for normal distribution. These are the different distributions. These are the different distributions. Next one is transformation. Transformation already discussed about this. Transformation is a form of conversion of one form into another form. Random variables. If x is a random variable and which is a function of and y is a function of x, then if we want to find the probability density function of y, then we are using this transformations topic. In transformation, there are two types: monotonical, non-monotonic. In monotonic transformation, if for each value of x, there is only one value in y existing, only single value existing, then it is called monotonic. If these values are increases, it is called monotonical increasing. And if it is decreasing, then it calls monotonical decreasing. And also the non-monotonic is for one y value or one x value, there are more than one corresponding values. Then it is called non-monotonic transformation. Then it is called non-monotonic transformation, right? మాకు కనిపిస్తున్న స్క్రీన్ మిమ్మల్ని
Yes, sir.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ. So now this is summary of discrete distribution. Discrete distribution. Summary of discrete distribution. Here the probability function is a probability function, the mean value, variance value, and also the moment generative function, right? Moment generative function. Just now we are discussing that how to find the moment generative function for different distributions. This is a summary. In our syllabus, we have discussed about binomial and Poisson distributions, right? The values are like this. The mean value is n into p and variance is n into p into q. Here the mean value is lambda and variance is also lambda for Poisson distribution. It is the moment generating function for Poisson distribution, and also this is the moment generating function for binomial distribution. Moment generating function for binomial distribution. Next one is a continuous distribution. Continuous distribution. Here is the uniform distribution. F of x equal to 1 by b minus a into integral a to b. Mean value is a plus b by 2. Variance is b minus a whole square by 12. And also which is moment generating function. Moment generating function. Moment generating function. And also exponential distribution of x equal to some lambda into e power minus lambda x. Lambda into e power minus lambda x. Here 1 by lambda is the main value. 1 by lambda square is the variance value. 1 by lambda square is the variance value, and also this is normal distribution. Normal or Gaussian distribution. Here which is the probability function for normal distribution. Probability function for normal distribution. Mean is equal to mu and variance is equal to sigma square. Mu and sigma square. This is the formula for Gaussian distribution. These are all about standard distributions and the transformations of the random variable. Now the second unit consists of moments, standard distributions, and moments, standard distribution, and transformations. There are three major topics. Actually, standard distributions corresponding to first unit. Why we are discussing here is in standard distributions we are going to discuss about mean and variance. In first unit, mean and variance topics are not discussed there. That's why we are discussing it in the second unit, right? There are three major chapters: moments, standard distributions, and transformation. Already we have discussed about the moments. The basic is only single formula. If you remember that formula, and if you extend it for the remaining moment generating functions also, then it will be very easy for you. Otherwise, it is very difficult for you because you have to remember each formula directly. If we go through the relation between these formulas and moments, it is very easy for you. It is very easy for you. If any doubts regarding second unit, please ask.